Hi and welcome to Strength and Bloom channel with me, Kirsty. So today we're going to be working on some wrist strengthening and stretching exercises. So I've had lots of feedback from people during our members live sessions or just generally on the YouTube channel saying that sometimes you feel that the wrists can't quite hold you, or they get fatigued, or they get sore after working in those kind of high plank bridge positions, mountain climbers, press ups, that sort of thing. So here is a video that you can do. You can pick and choose the exercises that you like to do, and that you can do those throughout your day, add them in as and when you need to. This video is going to be around about 10 minutes, maybe just slightly over, and it's going to be completely weight free. So just going to be using my hands. I'm just here kneeling on the floor just so that we can work through this together. We're going to start in just a second. We're just going to start and we're going to warm up all the way through. So we're going to start really gently, and then by the end of the video we're going to end up on all fours in a tabletop position. If that's not going to be suitable for you, that's absolutely fine. You can use a raised surface if you want to reduce the impact, or you can skip that and then just work into it as you strengthen and stretch those wrists even further. Let's start now with our hands out in front, hands into a fist but not clenched really tightly, and we're just going to circle the wrists around. So just circling around, trying to focus on just circling the wrists, so not moving the arms, just trying to keep those wrists the focus of what we're doing here. Well done. And you can do this sitting in a chair at your desk, you can do this in your workout space, you can do this wherever you like. Well done. Let's just reverse that direction. Well done, good. Just breathe it through. It's a different kind of workout today. So not worrying about any particular form, we're just working into those wrists. Well done. Okay, just give them a little shake out. Okay, fantastic. Next thing we're going to do, I want you to imagine that you've just washed your hands, there's no hand dryer, there's no towel, and you're just going to flick that water off your fingers. So just flick, flick, flick. So we're going to be working for about 40 seconds for each exercise, but you can do less if you find that the exercises are particularly fatiguing, because we don't actually use these muscles, we don't do these kinds of movements that much in life. And a lot of my workouts, they're all really functional exercises, so we do the kind of movements in life, but not so much with the wrists. So if you do find yourself getting quite tired, don't worry, that's okay. Just take a short rest and just join in on the next one. Well done. Good job. And take a little rest. Next thing we're going to do, so we're just upping the ante each time as we go along with these wrist stretches. So what we're going to do next is just going to bring your hand back and just try and bring the fingers back towards the top of your arm here. Now, I am not going to get anywhere near touching the top of my arm, and that's fine, okay? We're just stretching out. You're going to feel that stretch coming down through the underside of the wrist there. I'm not putting loads and loads of pressure onto my fingers either. I'm not trying to get them back to my arm. I'm just feeling that stretch. And you can bring your thumb into it as well for a bit more of a stretch. So we're going to stretch out on one side, we'll take a little rest, we'll stretch out on the other. Well done. And if you do have hypermobility or particularly flexible joints, just pay attention to where you can feel that stretch and don't overly stretch. Okay, so just making sure that we're just warming these joints up right now. Well done. Good job. We're going to go over to the other wrist. Just make sure you are just really nice and calm as you're doing this kind of workout with me, because I don't really want you to go out all guns blazing and then end up, let's switch sides, and then end up overstretching or, working too hard, because it's a really small area that we're focusing on today. So 10-12 minutes is just about right. It's a good amount of time to spend, let's get the thumb involved, into the wrists. Well done. So you can bookmark this session, you can use it anytime you like. You can choose one or two exercises that feel really, really good for you, that feel that they're easy enough for you to remember, and then you can just add them in and you can do them during your work day, just while you're waiting for pickup time or whatever it is. Just add these stretches into your daily routine and take a rest. Well done. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the hands back into fists, and we're going to dip down, so the top of your knuckles are facing down to the floor and then coming all the way back up. So down and up, down and up. Good. Now you might find that your arms are getting quite tired, just bringing them out in front of you like that. If that's the case, that's fine. You can relax the arms. You can tuck the arms back in, take a little seat. You know, it's absolutely fine. I've just up like this to make it easier for you guys to see, but you can absolutely do whatever you need to make the workout work for you. As always, as with all of my workouts, they're all about you. I'm just giving you the guidelines to get you started. Good. So you're feeling that real stretch on the top of the wrist as well as through the bottom as you come up. Well done. Okay, a nice one coming up. And I do add this into quite a few of my workouts. We're going to do some palm presses or a prayer position. So I want you to just meet your palms up. So you've got the tips of your fingers are meeting, the bottom of your palms are meeting, and you're just going to lightly push the fingertips together and the palms together. So just pushing in. Good. And then try and get every single point on your finger touching every single point on your other finger. And just push, push, push. Bring the elbows up just slightly to increase that stretch. If you need to, you don't have to. Okay. So we are here for 40 seconds and I am pushing the whole time. I'm not just holding this prayer position. I am pushing. But if that's too much for you, then you can relax and then you can go back into it. Okay. Totally up to you. Well done. Good job. Okay, we are going to do some finger resistance now. So what we're going to do, and this is going to feel a bit weird, I think. So I want you to have your palm out, high five palm, and then with the thumb, you're just going to touch each finger. So thumb to little finger, release, thumb to ring finger, thumb to middle finger, and then thumb to index finger, and then all the way back through again. Okay, so we're going to do 40 seconds on each side. So just open, close, and each finger that you are pulling down on with that thumb, you'll feel something different in the back of the hand. Because if you think about all of the connecting tissues, all of the bones that you're using, they're all linking into the wrist and through the hand separately. So it's not just working the wrist, we're also strengthening up the hands as well. Grip strength is a real important thing as we get older. Well done. We're going to switch sides. So really working on that grip as well without overly gripping, because that can actually really hurt into our wrists as well. And as soon as you do something manual labor, if you're not used to it, you can really feel it through the fingers. So this is a really good way to help to strengthen and stretch the fingers as well as the wrists. Let's go on to the other side then. So to little finger, ring finger, middle finger, and index finger. And all the way back through again. Well done. And again, you can just do this as and when you like. You don't have to do it for 40 seconds. You could just do a couple of waves through one hand, so out and then back on one hand, and then you could do it on the other hand. It's going to take you less than a minute, and you're just going to be stretching out those fingers. Okay, it's just a little bit extra, changing one thing, one tiny thing to add into your day. Well done. And take a rest. Well done. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a stretch and grip. So hands are going to go back out in front. You're going to really grip into the fists this time. So really grip into the fists and then open the fingers out as wide as you possibly can. So in, grip, out. Think sort of frog vibes with the hands. So that's where you really want to stretch the fingers out. Bring them back in, grip, stretch out, back in and grip. Well done. Out and grip. Good. Your hands already might be feeling quite tired. And we're going to be going into an all fours position in a minute. So if you don't want to join me for that bit, you can finish with this exercise. Okay, but if you would like to join me for the next little bit, then stay with me. You can always just have a look and see if you could try it out for a few seconds. take a rest. Well done. So I'm going to go into an all fours or tabletop position here. So in this position, I've got my knee and my hip in an alignment, and also my wrist, elbow, and shoulder in a straight line as well. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip my weight forwards. So now my shoulders are over my fingers more than over my wrists. And then I'm going to come back and sit back towards my heels, but not all the way back through. So what I'm doing here is I'm just changing the weight distribution into the wrists. Now you may not be able to get the shoulder over the fingertips. You may be able to just inch forwards over the wrist, and that's absolutely fine. So you just go as far as you want to with this one. You may not even know whether your shoulders are over your fingers or not. But you just let your body be your guide as you tip forwards and then come back. Well done. Let's have a little stretch out before we do our last tabletop exercise. And so for this one, we're just going to do the reverse prayer. So we did that one, and now we're just going to do the reverse. So the backs of the hands together, fingertips together, and just push down with the elbows. So we're just stretching out again through those wrists. And this is a really great one to do. So you might find that you can do this and this. If you're doing a workout and your wrists are just feeling a little tired, just a little stretch, a few palm presses, a bit of reverse prayer press. Well done. Almost there. And if this feels a bit intense as well, then you can just stop. You've only got 10 seconds here, but you can just stop, and then we're going to go into our next exercise. So just take a little bit of additional rest if you need to. Good job. Lovely work, and take a rest. Okay, so our last exercise is we're going to go into an all fours position, and we're going to go from a flat palm to a fist and then back down to a flat palm. So just working through. So again, back into your all fours position. And if you are finding this tricky on the floor, then you can do it on a raised surface. Into a fist position and then back down into your palm. Fist and palm. So I know that some of you will use the fist position because it hurts the wrists to go into an all fours position. So you'll come up onto your fists for things like renegade rows, press ups, or just anything where you're holding that position, and that's absolutely fine. So if you usually work onto your fists because you find it difficult through the wrists, that's fine. But here we're just working from fist to wrist. Good, almost done. And that is your lot. So I really hope you enjoyed that workout today. A change of pace from what you may be used to from some of my other videos, but really working into focusing into the wrist to strengthen and to stretch. So please do take any little exercises that you liked from this workout. You can do them at any time. They really don't take any effort to do. They're just really focused. You could do one of them just for a minute and then another one for a minute. Anytime that you just find yourself sitting, just do a little bit of wrist strengthening and your body will thank you for it. Thank you so much for joining me with this session today. I cannot wait to see you for the next session. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I would love to know. Thank you so much, and see you at the next one. Bye.